You don't know what you're getting yourself into.
VIP Access starts the year with a look at some of the movies which will take 2011 by storm.
Wow. I know, right?
And stand a chance to win some pretty cool movie merchandise.
Wish me luck.
You go get him, buddy.
Let's find out what the new year has in store for us.
Is that it? I think so.
Hello and Happy New Year from all of us at VIP Access. On this special episode, not only are we going to give you a sneak peek on what's sizzling on the silver screen in 2011, but we also have a very special guest with us today. Hello, Stevie Wong.
Hello, Lisa. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. It's so nice to see you. It's been a long time. But before we show you guys what's new for 2011, Stevie and myself are going to take a little walk down memory lane to see what Stevie and my favorite interview moments of 2010 were.
What was your favorite?
Ooh, I think my favorite, I have to say, is when you and I went to Spain for our junket for Night and Day.
Wait, it wasn't our honeymoon?
That wasn't our honeymoon. That was later.
Oh.
Yes, but we went and I interviewed Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz, and it was so much fun. You asked why? Hello, it's Tom Cruise. And I got Cameron Diaz to do a little booty shake in her chair.
We dance all day on set. Anyhow, we're all like, I always ask him to do the less girls. I'm like, come on, give me some less. He's like,
Come on, get it, get it.
Incredible. It was really incredible.
From my angle, it was a lot of fun to look at.
It was a lot of fun, right? What about yourself?
I have two. The first one is for the film Dinner for Schmucks, where I got to karaoke with Steve Carell and Paul Rudd. The song we did was Word Up.
Now, pretty ladies around the world got a weird thing to show you, so tell all your boys and girls. You can do it.
Nice.
Tell your mom, your mother, and your sister.
That sounds like so much
It was
fun.
crazy. But the second one is even crazier. Johnny Depp for The Tourist. Talk about picking his nose in public. He did.
That god of a man picks his nose? I'd pick it any day.
Most human beings discover their nose when they're in a car, in traffic.
How so?
I mean, how many times have you looked over when you're in traffic and you see some guy digging for gold? And for some reason, it takes being in the car to do that, and I don't understand.
Awesome.
Now, 2011 is going to be big for sequels.
There's threequels, prequels, adaptations, remakes, the whole shebang.
It's crazy.
It is.
It's pretty cool, though. So what better way to start off our show than to bring out everybody's favorite swashbuckler? Make way for one of this year's most highly anticipated sequels, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides.
You are Jack Sparrow.
There should be a captain in there somewhere.
Johnny Depp is back in the fourth film of the highly successful Pirates installment, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. The film will venture into new grounds, saw Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley, but with the aid of Jeffrey Rush, Penelope Cruz, and Ian McShane.
How is it we can never meet without you pointing something at me?
The only pirate movie not to be directed by Gore Verbinski, POTC4 is loosely based on the 1988 pirate novel On Stranger Tides by Tim Powers, and it remains to be seen how much of the novel stays in the final film.
Did everyone see that? Because I will not be doing it again.
I must be the one to kill Harry Potter.
After waiting 10 years to have his final face-off with Voldemort, Harry Potter will grace the big screen one final time in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. The last of 8 movies based on the Harry Potter book series by J.K. Rowling, this movie is the only Potter film to be released in 3D in its entirety.
Nobody else is going to die. Not for me.
Following in the footsteps of Harry Potter, the final Twilight book is also split into 2 movies. The Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 1 begins its conclusion in this final installment of Stephenie Meyer's best-selling series and is directed by Dreamgirls' Bill Condon. Finally consummating their love for one another, Bella and Edward will have a lot of love to share with their Twihard fans.
You know the consequences of the choice you're making.
While we're still in the mood for sequels, the Autobots are back in action, taking on the evil Decepticons in Transformers: The Dark of the Moon. Director Michael Bay returns to wreak more robotic mayhem in this third entry of the Transformers franchise, while Shia LaBeouf returns with a new love interest, Victoria's Secret model Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, who replaced Megan Fox. While Bay has stated that this will be the last installment in the series, one can never tell when it will be rebooted again.
You cannot believe what we're seeing.
I bet many of you are waiting for this one, and I'm talking about X-Men First Class. Following the classic Marvel mythology, the prequel charts the epic beginning of the X-Men saga. Directed by Matthew Vaughn, who most recently helmed the sleeper hit Kick-Ass, First Class stars James McAvoy as the young Professor X and Michael Fassbender as Eric Lensher, who becomes Magneto. Yes, another X-Men movie, you say? But this one looks like it'd be fun.
Execute.
Still on sequels, Brad Bird, who directed The Incredibles and Ratatouille, is making his live-action directing debut with Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol. The film stars Tom Cruise, Oscar nominee Jeremy Renner, Paula Patton, Bollywood heavyweight Anil Kapoor, and Simon Pegg. Proving no mission is impossible, Renner is apparently being groomed as Cruise's replacement. However, we'll have to wait and see if Cruise's character passes the torch in this film or in a future installment.
So we've seen some of the bigger sequels that's going to be rocking 2011. But if you guys have not seen enough, well, we've got more. Here are some more follow-ups for you to check out.
Home sweet home.
This one is definitely for the boys, Fast 5.
This just went from Mission Impossible to Mission and freaking Sanity.
Stick to the plan.
It seemed like the Fast and Furious movie franchise had run out of gas, but 2009's Fast and Furious became a surprise hit with the pairing of Vin Diesel and Paul Walker. And now they're back for the next installment, and this time, they will be joined by cast members from each of the previous films with the addition of Dwayne Johnson.
We find them, we take them as a team, and we bring them back. And above all else, we don't ever let them get in the cars.
The first animated and comic book adaptation from acclaimed director Steven Spielberg, The Adventures of Tintin: Secret of the Unicorn, is based on the iconic Belgian cartoon character Tintin. The animated 3D motion capture stars Jamie Bell, Daniel Craig, Andy Serkis, and Simon Pegg, among others, and will be the first in a series of 3 with Spielberg sharing directing duties with Peter Jackson. Writer-director J.J. Abrams has been doing an excellent job of keeping his upcoming Steven Spielberg-produced Super 8 movie a secret. But based on the trailer, although still unclear, Super 8 looks to be your typical Area 51 conspiracy story with a twist.
Gentlemen, let's hear it for Captain America, the first Avenger.
Chris Evans is taking another shot at being a superhero in Captain America: The First Avenger. With hints of Captain America's arrival to Hollywood appearing in Iron Man 2, we know that this film will also have some tie-ins to the 2012 Avengers. It seems Chris Evans got ridiculously ripped for this movie and took it very seriously. However, the question remains if he's able to make Captain America into a successful movie?
The ring. It chose you. Use its power to defend our universe.
Ryan Reynolds traded him being a villain in Deadpool for a superhero in his second comic book movie of 2011, Green Lantern. Reynolds, who beat Sam Worthington, Chris Pine, Bradley Cooper, and Justin Timberlake for the role, plays Hal Jordan and his secret alter ego, the Green Lantern.
Wow. I know, right? Woo!
What happens now?
You go look for trouble.
I have sacrificed much to achieve peace.
Fans of the Norse superhero Thor will get their moment to cheer when the movie Thor hits theaters in May 2011. The filmmakers took some huge chances by casting a rather unknown Australian actor Chris Hemsworth as the lead Nordic superhero.
You are a vain, greedy, cruel boy.
You are an old man and a fool!
You're unworthy!
However, based on the trailer, it looks as if Hemsworth can handle a lead role in an A-list franchise.
I will end this.
Jon Favreau of Iron Man fame directs Daniel Craig and Harrison Ford in a graphic novel adaptation that crosses the classic Western with alien invasion in Cowboys and Aliens.
I want that man. You give him to me now, or I'm gonna take him.
James Bond and Indiana Jones in a Western about aliens? Need we say more? Inspired by late author Stieg Larsson's successful trilogy of books, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is a David Fincher-directed remake of the 2009 Swedish thriller of the same name. Many major Hollywood actresses actively campaigned for the coveted role of Lisbeth Salander, which ultimately went to the relatively unknown actress Rooney Mara.
On February 25th, 1942, 100,000 people witnessed something in the skies above Los Angeles.
A contemporary retelling of a true event, which happened in 1942, Battle Los Angeles is directed by Jonathan Liebsman, who helmed Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning, and sees Aaron Eckhart leading the Marines through an alien invasion in the streets of modern-day Los Angeles. Expect loads of CGI, explosions, and battle scenes, since it is, after all, an urban combat alien movie.
There are massive casualties in Moscow, Paris. We lost communications with Tokyo, Rio, and New York.
We cannot lose Los Angeles.
Wow, it's really been an overload this year of sequels and adaptations.
We should call this year the year of the sequels.
Yeah, we should, right? True. Anyways, we do need to take a short little break, but when we return to the VIP ticket to 2011, we'll be rolling out the red carpet for new animations and comedies.
Plus, I'm going to also list some of the things that I'm going to be watching out for this year, too, so stay tuned.
Ooh, exciting.